Stifled is a first-person thriller game that can be played with or without VR, all about sound. So you have to play using a mic, which does get a bit annoying, but makes for a decent immersion mechanic. You play as a man that wakes up, goes downstairs, follows his wife into the kitchen, and watches as she vanishes. You spend the rest of the game chasing after her, trying to find her. This is one of those games where the fun is in piecing together the story, so I won't go too deep into it. But what happens is you essentially live through twisted memories you have with your wife. There are brief exploration sections between each of this game's chapters, the entire game taking about 3 hours to complete. But in between these exploration sections is a horror stealth section. Everything is dark and the only way to see is to make noise, like you're a bat. You can also pick up objects in the game to throw an echo around you to see, but mostly you'll be using them to distract, as these sections are filled with enemies to deal with. There are 3 enemy types you deal with separately. They aren't too much of a nuisance to deal with except for the middle chapter of this game where you're dealing with these 2 twins. This is easily one of the most unbearable sections I've had to suffer through in a game, as these enemies are practically invisible. You can only see them if you make noise, and making noise, guess what? Attracts them to you, making this an insanely frustrating and challenging puzzle-like section of throwing rocks to distract them, standing still to let them pass, an inch closer towards your goal, only for them to come back and attack you, forcing you to have to go through every section all over again, as in this particular chapter checkpoints are terrible, which is probably the main reason I feel this chapter is so awful. This chapter hurts what otherwise is a really intriguing horror stealth game. If I wasn't reviewing the game, I probably would have quit there. Stifled isn't this ultra unique experience. There are games that do it better like Perception, but Stifled offers a rage-inducing challenge around an intriguing story of, well, I'm not going to spoil it. I give Stifled a 5.5 out of 10